What's up everybody, Fabu Andre here, and today I have something interesting to show you. Fantasy Flight recently came out with a new core set for their X-Wing miniatures game. And so I bought it. Just today. Just now. And I unwrapped it from the plastic, but other than that, I have not touched it. Everything is still inside and wrapped up. So let's open this baby up. As you can see, the box is similar to the normal core set. This is actually the new core set because it comes with updated rules and an updated damage deck. So this is actually the new one. If I can get this off. There we go. Here we have all our... If I can get this out. Maneuver templates, tokens, dials, bombs, whatever the heck that thing is. And I also bought the new TIE Punisher. I'm not going to be doing that one just because it's already been done. There are plenty of videos for it on YouTube, and I also got the Star Viper because I didn't have that shit. And so here we see a little pamphlet for some of their other games. I don't really play any other Fantasy Flight games. I mostly play just X-Wing. I have played Imperial Assault, but as of right now, I'm just X-Wing, and that is enough for me. Here we have the little flyer for some of the other ships. The A-Wing, Interceptor, Y-Wing, and Advanced. I do have all those. What is this? That is just a pamphlet for the Millennium Falcon, which I do not have. I am a mostly Imperial player, so. Here are the setup, mission guide. And here's the setup for the mission guide. Pretty interesting stuff. I'm sure I'll be doing that eventually. Sometime. I think it might be the same mission as in the other one. If I'm correct, that looks like the shuttle that you get. I think so, I'm not sure. Look at it. Here's the new rulebook, which is updated. So the old one is almost obsolete. You can still use it, but the new rulebook just gives you more references, like some of the vague things that they left out in the other rulebook have been touched upon and talked about. Here we see the dice and the connectors for the dials. Here we have all the upgrade cards, which I will get to. Looks like end damage cards. The upgrade and damage cards, which I will get to in a second. The new pilots, which I will also get to in just a second. The new ships. And a damage ruler. Or a range ruler. Excuse my... to rectify my mistake. It's probably the same distance as the owner. But anyway, let's look at the ships. Give me a second. Alright, so they look pretty much the same. The TIE Fighters are pretty much the same, just a different color scheme. And there's not much difference I can see on them. I think they're a little bit heavier. I'm not sure, but that's really the only difference is the new color scheme, which I actually kind of like. I think that's pretty cool. Here's the new X-Wing, which is different in the wings. The wings right here are a little bit shorter. The engines are bigger. And the cockpit looks just a little bit different. And the color scheme is different, but other than that, it's pretty much the same. Here's the other TIE Fighter. The bases and pegs, yes. So these are all the new ships. for the... I can never remember the name of these ones. It's the New Alliance, I believe, and... I don't know. Give me 1 second, let me look at the rules and see what they're called. Alright, so I found it. It is the First Order and the Resistance. The First Order can be used with the Galactic Empire ships that are already in the game. The same with the Resistance and the Rebels. Scum and Villainy, I'm not sure what they're going to do with them. As far as I know, you can't add them to the new factions. But that's what they're called, the First Order and the Resistance. So yes, these are all really cool. And now let's take a look at the ship cards. Here we have the new T-70 X-Wing pilot, unique pilot, Poe Dameron, and it has 3 attack, 2 evade, 3 hull, and 3 shield, which I think is the same as the normal X-Wing. It has an elite pilot skill. Let me focus that. An elite pilot skill, a torpedo upgrade, an astromech, and a tech, I believe that is called. 31 points with a boost action, that's new. Focus and target lock. And his special ability is, while attacking or defending, if you have a focus token, you may change one of your focus results to a hit or an evade result. So I'm guessing that means if you roll and you get a focus, instead of spending your focus, you can just automatically change one of them to an evade or a hit. That's pretty nice. Here we have a blue ace, which is a unique pilot skill of 5. Oh yeah, and Poe was a pilot skill of 8. This is a pilot skill of 5. Same everything except no elite pilot upgrade, and 27 points. When performing a boost action, you may use the hard 1 left template or the hard 1 right template instead. That's pretty cool. Here we have just a Red Squadron veteran with 4 points, and he can take an elite action and a pilot skill of 4 and 26 points. Here we have Blue Squadron Novice, pilot skill of 2, 24 points, no elite pilot skill. That's all the X-Wing ships, and here's the new TIE Fighters, the Omega Ace TIE FO Fighter, not sure what the FO means. Pilot skill of 7, 2 attack, 3 evade, 3 hull, 1 shield, so they add 1 extra shield to this, to the TIE Fighter basically. It has the normal upgrades, or normal actions, except for the target lock, that's new. Which is pretty cool. And it can take an elite and a tech upgrade for 20 points, which is pretty good. And his elite pilot skill is, when attacking, you may spend a focus token and a target lock. Hold on. When attacking, you may spend a focus token and a target lock you have on the defender to change all of your results to crit results. Wow. That is crazy. That is, for 20 points, that is just awesome. Epsilon Leader, a pilot skill of 6, 19 points, and no elite talent. At start a combat phase, move 1 stress token from each friendly ship at range 1. That will work nicely in a swarm. Put that with Howlrunner or something. Zeta Ace, pilot skill of 5. When performing a barrel roll, you may use the 2 template instead of the 1. 18 points and can take an elite and tech upgrade. Omega Squadron pilot skill of 4, elite and tech, and 17 points. Another Omega Squadron. Zeta Squadron. No elite can take attack, and 16 points. And Epsilon Squadron for 15 points and can take attack upgrade, pilot skill of 1. So that is it for those cards. Those are some pretty wicked new cards. Gotta say, I do plan on using Omega Ace was his name? I don't know, I'll look back through it, but the one that can change all of your attack dice to crits. Yeah, Omega Ace. That is awesome. I do plan on using that a lot. So let's get to the upgrade cards. So the first card here is Wired. It is 1 point, and it's an elite talent. When attacking or defending, if you are stressed, you may re-roll one or more of your focus results. It's pretty nice. BB-8. When you reveal a green maneuver, you may perform a free barrel roll action. And that is an Astromech for 2 points. That's decent. It could be usable. I can see a few ways that it could be used. I'm not sure if this one's new to the game, but either way, we'll look at it. R5X3. Before you reveal your maneuver, you may discard this card to ignore obstacles until the end of the round. I don't think this one's new to the game, but it still comes in the core set. It's an Astromech for 1 point, which is pretty decent. Proton torpedoes. Those have been there before. But it does say attack. Spend a target lock and discard this card to perform this attack. You roll 4 attack die, range 2 to 3. You may change one of your focus results to a crit result. And it is a torpedo upgrade for 4 points. It's a pretty nice card. And here we have Weapons Guidance. When attacking, you may spend a focus token to change one of your blank results to a hit result. 2 points for a tech upgrade. That's pretty nice, I gotta say. And now let's take a look at the new damage deck, because they just added all sorts of new things to here. Give me a second. There we go. First one, Shaken Pilot. During the planning phase, you cannot be assigned a straight maneuver. When you reveal a maneuver, flip this card face down. That's alright. It's a bit of an annoyance, I guess. And there's 2 of those. Blinded Pilot. You cannot perform attacks after your next opportunity or attack, even if there was no target for an attack. Flip this card face down. That's a bit of an annoyance too. I could see that hindering you, but it's also not the worst. Damaged Cockpit. This one isn't new, but starting the round after you receive this card, treat your pilot skill value as 0. That's an alright one. There are 2 of this. Stunned Pilot. After you execute a maneuver, if you are touching another ship or overlapping an obstacle token, suffer 1 damage. That is kind of like one of the cards that's in there. I'm not sure if that is a card that's already in the old damage deck, but it does remind me of a card that is in the old damage deck. At the start of each combat phase, roll 1 attack die. On a hit result, suffer 1 damage. For an action, flip this card face down. Console Fire. I think that was already in the old damage deck too, and that can be pretty nasty. Damaged Engine. That is in the old one. Treat all turn maneuvers, hard turn maneuvers, as red maneuvers. Same one. Major Explosion. Roll 1 attack die. On a hit result, suffer 1 critical damage. That is... I'm not sure if that one was in the old one, but that is pretty nasty. Wouldn't want to be looking at that one. Weapons Failure. When attacking, roll 1 fewer attack die. That one was in the old one. And for an action, roll 1 attack die. On a hit or a crit result, flip this card face down. That is a terrible one to get if you have a TIE Fighter. Major Hull Breach. Starting the round after you receive this card, all damage cards dealt to you are face up. Wow. That sucks. For an action, flip this card face down. Structural damage. Reduce your agility value by 1 to a minimum of 0. That would suck to get. Damage Sensors Array. You cannot perform any actions... Sorry about that, my video just cut out on me. But anyway, let's get back to this. Damage Sensors Array. You cannot perform any actions except for actions listed on damage cards. So basically, you could only perform that action or that action, stuff that is on your damage cards. Roll 1 attack die. On a hit or a crit result, flip this card face down. Loose Stabilizer. After you execute a white maneuver, receive 1 stress token. Ouch. For an action, flip this card face down. Thrust Control Fire. Receive 1 stress token and flip this card face down. Direct Hit. 2 damage against your hull. That one is probably one of the worst ones. Especially because there looks like there's quite a few of them in here. I believe there's 6 direct hit cards in here. That is a lot. And now let's get to the maneuvers of the new ships. First up for the maneuvers is the T-70 X-Wing. It looks like all the one maneuvers. It can do everything except for the hard one, the hard turn, but all the one maneuvers are green. It can do every 2 maneuver, and the 2 forward is green. A 3K, every 3 maneuver, the 3 forward is green. And does it have 2 3Ks? Those may not be Ks, actually. Those are the new turns, actually. Where basically, a ship can do a hard 3, as it shows here, and then do a 180. So basically, they could be going like this, go up here, and then do a 180. Or a 90, whatever degree it is. And so that is the new maneuver. I forget what it's called, but it is pretty sick. It looks like the only K-turn the X-Wing actually has, though, is the 4K turn with a 4 forward. So there are 3 reds on there and 5 greens. The rest are white. That's a pretty decent maneuver dial. Next, we'll look at the TIE Fighter. It looks like they have 2 Kjorgen, or not Kjorgen, Signor's loops. And they can do hard ones, which are both white. They can do every 2 maneuver, which is all green. Another Signor's loop. Every 3 maneuver, with a 3 forward being green. And a 4 straight with a 4K turn, and a 5 straight. So, as you can see, they have way more green on their dial, already. Well, not way more, but they do have more green on their dial than the X-Wing. Just like the old ones. Not much to say about their dials. But overall, they're pretty interesting ships with some awesome upgrades and some awesome damage cards. Let's see if there's anything else. So that was it for the core set, the new core set. It is pretty sick. There's a lot of nice cards in there that can dish out some serious damage. The TIEs, well, the TIE fighters get a shield. So, overall, it's a pretty nice thing to get. If you're new to the game, that is what I would recommend getting, or the other core set, or get both. It's really up to you. There's not much else to go over about it. I think I covered just about everything, except for, I'm not 100% sure about this one, but I think they have new asteroids, which is something. It's cool. Gives more variety, I guess. But anyway, that's the new core set. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. I'm going to be using a lot of those upgrades. So, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and stay fabulous.